Hi, my name is Chauncey Hart, and this is my friend Willie the Whale. Today we will be talking to you about our Oceanic Exploration Thematic Unit. The first activity that we have today is our math calendar. And today we have the month, and then we have our basic calendar. The calendar has authentic seashells from Galveston Beach, and they have all been designed with numbers on them to correspond with the proper days. Every day a student will attach a seashell based on the day, and this basically helps to reinforce numerical counting. The next activity that we have is for units of measurement, and it's about volume. We have 3 jars here. The first jar has a bead, the second jar has an octagonal geometric shape, and the third jar has a bow tie pasta piece. As a teacher, we like to ask students which jar has the most, and the correct answer to this is that they all have the same, but they just have a different volume. Next on our math calendar board, we have our estimation station. And an estimation station basically asks a question. Can you estimate how many fish there are? And so what we have here is a chart that's generally numbered 1 through 100. We have a bag of goodies or treats, anything that you'd like to use. And then we have the list of students. Each student will guess how many are in the bag, and we will mark this off on our chart. At the end of the week, whichever student is closest will actually get to receive the treat bag. The next activity that we have is Go Fish. And in our Go Fish, we have our basic instructions, and we have our teaks. And in Go Fish, what's going to happen in this activity is that we're going to place a picture of an ocean animal to the right. Each animal has an equation, and the students will take the fishing pole and they will determine what the answer is to the equation. So we know that 2 times 4 is going to be 8. And the students will get the 8. They'll pick it up, and then they will attach it to the board. Each student will have an opportunity to work out their math problems on paper, and they'll have pencils gathered there at their learning station. Next, we have the game Fish Market. And Fish Market is a great game because it basically helps students to learn about real world activities that will be taking place. They will learn how to count money properly. And this game requires 1 fisherman and 1 cashier. So the student will also take their fishing pole and they will grab a fish, any fish that they want. And as they pick it up, they will indeed hand it to the cashier, and the cashier will charge them for that fish. And here we have $100.20. Next, we have our science learning station. And in our science learning station, we have Oceanic identification. And what this game basically does is it helps students to identify parts of animals. And it tells you how we're different from animals and how they're different from us. And also how each animal is similar. So the students will have a bag that will label the animal, and based on the information learned in class, the students will remember the different parts of the animal. And here we'll finish labeling this shark. Next we have bingo. And this is not just any bingo, but this is Oceanic bingo. Bingo with a twist. Every student will be given a bingo card, and this will be standard just like a bingo game, except each square contains an ocean animal. And what we're going to do is we're going to have students that are bingo players, and then we will have a student that's a bingo caller. And for example, one of the questions are, this ocean animal is also named a sea cow. So every student will have to remember that a sea cow is also a manatee. And so they will use their bingo marker and they will place it on manatee. This will really reinforce the facts that we have about ocean animals. At the end of the bingo game, this is my absolute favorite part. Everybody's going to be a winner. We have lots of prizes that each student can dive in and they can collect. This is a great positive reinforcement for learning these skills for our Oceanic thematic unit. Next, we have our basic notebook here for Oceanic exploration. And in this we have our description of the unit, how we're going to introduce it to the students. And as you can already tell in the backdrop, we have some setup for Oceanic exploration already. This tells about the goals and the assessments, the type of activities that we will do, the procedures, and the conclusion. We have here our math calendar board. We have our math learning station with our Go Fish and our fish market. And these basically have their teaks and their descriptions and everything that we'll be learning within this unit. We have our science learning station with bingo and also with ocean identification. And the purpose of this unit is to help students to be able to identify inhabitants of the ocean, tell basic characteristics of the ocean, and to determine how ocean life helps us as people. This is a great unit, and I hope you've really enjoyed this. Thank you.